Tendril is a startup company. We're a venture-backed company here in Boulder, and we make residential energy management systems. So we help consumers understand how much energy they're consuming and how to better control it so that they can use less of it, save money, and emit less, and save the world. And Google and the gigabit service could help us do business better because, hey, as a small company, we need all the help that we can get. We need to spend our investors' dollars very wisely. And instead of spending it on things like servers here that we run locally to run our applications and run our development and R&D, we instead could run all of those things in the cloud. And furthermore, from a collaboration standpoint, we could collaborate with a lot more people out there in the world outside of Boulder who also have great ideas in this space and great talent, and really leverage that, whether they're in Buenos Aires or Amsterdam or San Francisco.
What type of business solutions or efficiencies would this broadband network allow that just aren't available right now?
Yeah. The biggest one that I can think of is, well, cloud computing in general. We would move all of our applications into the cloud if we had unfettered bandwidth. The only reason we run anything internally is because of natural bandwidth constraints. This would get rid of all of that. Second, collaboration. The higher quality online video and chat that we could have, and we use this today to some effect, but the higher quality that we can have video conferencing with those developers who in Buenos Aires or those business development people in Amsterdam, the higher quality that our resulting product is really going to be. People talk about the cloud a lot, but I guess perhaps not everybody really understands what that means. Essentially what it means is that services and software and applications that you use don't need to reside locally to you. They reside out there somewhere on the internet in the cloud. The biggest limiting factor to that are, one, first, access to the internet, and second, bandwidth and performance. And performance is everything. I mean, still today, lots of people run applications local on their computers. Word, Excel, local databases, things like that, because the performance characteristics of it being local to you are really pretty good and pretty pleasing as a user. But it's terribly inefficient to be using all those cycles on your local computer, and expensive in the long run, when there are lots of cycles available out there sort of on demand, available to you in the cloud. And so that's what we really aim to do, if we can, is leverage those efficiencies of things in the cloud. So not only is it cheaper, but something that we also care a lot about, it uses a lot less energy, because you really are only paying for and causing the consumption of energy that you're actually actively using. Yeah, so I think there are a number of applications that I think increased bandwidth really could help us out with. Some of them I mentioned that we use today, but another one that I think is really important. It's important for probably most enterprises, but particularly enterprises like ours. Boulder is a great place to start a company, which is why we started it here. There's a lot of talent around here, a lot of innovative, super smart people, but of course those people exist in other locales as well. And we want to be able to have access to those people. We want to recruit the best and the brightest people in the world. Some of those people are very happy to move to Boulder, and some of them just can't. And for those poor people who can't move to Boulder, we still want them on our team. So for instance, today we have people on our team who are in the Bay Area of California, people who are in Europe, people who are in South America. We use applications like Skype to keep them involved in the daily collaborative activities of our company. But frankly, the performance and the quality of those interactions, doesn't come anywhere close to what we can have in person. However, I feel strongly that increased bandwidth, increased performance, those types of applications can make global collaboration a lot more palatable and a lot more effective than it currently is over just regular speed, T1 types of bandwidth over applications like Skype. I think we can do much better than that, and we should aspire to do much better than that. The faster connections would change the way that Tendril does business, not only in the way that we sort of run our applications that keep us afloat, our email, our storage, our source control, our collaboration, but also our products. So because our products allow consumers to really be more engaged with their energy usage, their energy usage and those applications span way outside the home, in fact, and they really include activities of entire communities and how they collectively consume energy and what the net effect of that is. And so the more people that we can get connected, and the higher quality and the higher performance and the higher bandwidth that we can leverage to get people connected to applications and communication and collaboration and control over how they consume electricity, we can be really effective. Today, we design many of our applications for consumer based on lowest common denominator, meaning the presumed slowest performance that any one of our consumers is going to have. And therefore, the value that I think that we're actually delivering, because we're constrained by that lowest common denominator, is a shame, frankly. And the more and more that we're able to widen the pipe and get more access to more people, the more really engaging ways that we can educate people and empower people to change the way that they consume electricity. The great thing about Boulder is it's a fantastic entrepreneurial environment. That's why you see so many startups here. And so the creativity and the willingness to take risks and do things differently, I think, is much different here than it is in many communities. And that's why I think we as a community could leverage this service better than almost any that I can think of. The faster connection would absolutely change the way that we do business today. I think it would certainly change the way that we operationalize our business today by being able to move more things into the cloud, by being able to do more remote collaboration, but it would also change, I think, the way we think about our products and our services that we deliver for consumers. With more bandwidth and more access, we think we can give consumers a lot more value when it comes to how they're consuming electricity and how we can help them do that more intelligently. Google should absolutely pick Boulder, and the reason is you're not going to find a geekier, more entrepreneurial community than this, and only geeks and creative entrepreneurs like the ones hanging around here are going to find the best and most creative and most valuable ways to use this type of service. Hey, we're not about online gaming. That's fun and that's interesting. I'm sure some of us will use that. But we're about building businesses and building value and trying to do these big things like Tendril's trying to do. Save the planet. That's what we're trying to do. Google could help.